tonight's update, second update video today. This is Hurricane Blas in the Eastern Pacific, and you can see the system has continued to rapidly intensify today, and you can see a very powerful hurricane as the sun is going down. The sweep's a little bit old. Take a look at the latest water vapor imagery. You can see a well-defined eye has finally emerged after struggling for a while. And you can, the latest agency advisory pushed to about 120 knots. I think the way this system is going, the system will probably reach 130 knots before too long. But I will say, the white ring kind of needs to be thick and the system once it gets stronger. The system finally has that necessary white medium gray eye that you typically see in ultra intense hurricanes. You can see there's a microwave pass. You can see it looks pretty impressive. But what's more impressive, this was me part attack a few days ago. Now, here's a look at, this is a Western Pacific system. Now you can see this monster typhoon in the Western Pacific. And you can see, once I'll show you black to black, I mean, you can obviously assume this system's a Category 5. But I mean, wait till you see this. You can see a cold dark red ring, and that's a warm medium gray eye. So that's basically the NHC, no, the NHC, but the JTCF has the system at 155 knots, which is probably, no, 155 knots, 140 knots, which is probably a bit conservative, and which obviously conservative, and the JTWC Dvorak estimate is at T7.5, as was the SAB Dvorak estimates are both at T7.5, which corresponds to 155 knots. I mean, given the low bias of Dvorak, I'd assume this system is probably around 170 knots right now. This is basically the third storm this year to make a run at 170 knots, which is actually pretty remarkable. Because prior to Patricia, and especially prior to Haiyan, 170 knots was basically uncharted territory. So how much can change in a few years. You can see here's this amazing, one of the most prettiest images of a tropical cyclone I've seen. Image shot of this typhoon. And here you can see the eye temperature of the storms. The eye temperature of the storm is at 23.4 C, which is the largest eye temperature I've ever seen in my lifetime. And you can see here's the 7.5 fix, and then here's an IR picture of it. And here's another hammer. And here's Blas again. Anyway, that's it for this video. I would like to point out one thing. This is pretty impressive stuff going on, but I'd like to point out one other thing that there is the Eastern Pacific Invest 96E. That's kind of system that the GFS and European has been modeling a while. Invest 96E, and I'll probably talk about that in my next video and actually show pictures of that. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!